So this is the Proud PvP guide for 7.1.5. I'm a bit late for this guide actually, but still, I'm still gonna make it either way. So I'm gonna talk about the talents, owner talents, and rotations. But that's gonna be further in the video. And also there's gonna be some clips of protection PvP. I'm gonna show you how Proud is right now. I still find it really enjoyable compared to what it was last patch. Because last patch I didn't even play Proud PvP at all. I got really bored because we took too much damage, we did too low damage. We were pretty much useless. So I had to play arms in PvE for meanwhile to gear up from there. And yeah, we can just start with the guide, to be honest. So the first talents we have right now here is Shockwave, Stormbolt, and Warbringer, of course. Shockwave got nerfed by 1 second on the stun, of course, on the target that you hit 3 more or something. Then you have Stormbolt, that's the same ability, range, stun, 4 seconds. And then Warbringer. They changed this to 2.5 sec stun. This is really huge in my opinion. Of course it depends what you use it for, but either way. Shockwave is good for against AoEing, melee, things like that, in Arena and RBG. I will say pick this for melee cleaves, and in Arena and RBG it's good still like can be mandatory, but it really depends on you, of course. Then you have Stormbolt, good against healers and well, casters in Arena and Battleground. And then you have Warbringer. Right now I enjoy real Warbringer because how it works right now, because it's 2.5 sec stun. It's almost like the old chart, but way better than the old chart, because the old chart was like 1.5 sec stun. This is like 2.5, and it does damage at the same time. And it's also a re-stun. Everyone that's around the target, it's gonna get hit 5 yards, of course. I still find this way more fun in Battleground, so I will always pick this for Battleground. I don't like Stormbolt. I don't find that enjoyable anymore, because Warbringer is way more fun for me. So I will pick that, of course. Still, of course, Stormbolt is way better, but for me right now, I enjoy Warbringer because of how it works. So the next one I'm gonna talk about is Impending Victory. Impending Victory heals you. It's Victory Rush, but in a better version. You can use it every 30 seconds, of course. Still a mandatory talent to pick as a healing resource, because we have nothing anymore. Still nothing. Then you have Inspired Presence, still bad, no changes. Heals everyone around you for 3%, base of the damage deal, of course. Then you have Safeguard, got buffed by 10% damage reduction. Now it's 30%, might be useful maybe in Arena, but I still don't think it's worth it maybe. Because in Arena you still need self-heals and everything like that. Of course you have healer, but sometimes this can save you, like Impending Victory can save your life. Happened to me all the time. Next one is going to be Renewed Fury, Best Serve Cold, and Avatar. Okay, first of all, Best Serve Cold, we don't need this one, it's still bad. So this patch, Renewed Fury, is really good now because how they changed Vengeance, but I'm going to talk about it later on. But either way, right now I'm just going to talk which one I prefer to take. So Avatar is good, it's good for bursting and everything, but overall I prefer Renew Fury because it gives me sustained burst, sustained damage all the time compared to Avatar. Avatar is just a burst button, so that's why I always pick Renew Fury now, in this patch of course. Then you have Warlord's Challenge, still bad, Bonding Stride, and Crackling Thunder. Crackling Thunder got nerfed by 50%, the radius, useless either way. Bonding Stride, of course, because it's reduced to a cooldown of Heroically by 15 sec and increase your movement speed by 70%. Always good. It's like the glyph in wood. It's still perfect. Always like this one. Always gonna pick this one overall. Then we have a new talent called Devastator. They gave us in this patch. This, well, first before I talk about it, I'm gonna talk about these two. Never Surrender, Ignore Pain, will ignore up to 200%. Got buffed by 75% from. Still not worth it. Indomination build. Anyway, it's good, but it's more like for PvE, not anymore for PvP, because they gave us Devastator. Devastator, what it does is that it takes your Devastate, and puts it into your auto attack, so you don't have to click anymore. You devastate. So your auto attack is gonna do the damage of devastate. So that's just perfect. Makes it even more bursty. And also gives you fire rage for every time it hits, and has a 30% chance to reset the cooldown of your shields. This is a mandatory for PvP. This is what it does, makes us good in PvP. You have to pick this one. You can't pick these other ones. You can't pick Never Surrender or Illumination Visible. So you're always gonna pick Devastator. Perfect talent. You're probably gonna, of course, you're gonna lose a bit in health, like 1.5 mil or something like that. Depends of your gear, of course. So the next one is going to be Vengeance, Into the Fray, and Booming. Okay, let's just say Into the Fray is gone. Booming Voice is just bad either way, since Vengeance got changed. Booming Voice got buffed, but it's still not worth it, even so. I still will pick Vengeance because since they changed focus rate, they removed focus rate from the game for Prot, and still have for arms, and yeah, and they replaced the focus rate with Revenge, and this is huge because, of course, Revenge used to be free and everything like that, but right now you can spam more because you actually spam a damage ability. You actually do damage while you're getting next ability is going to be your shield absorbing. So this is just perfect because focus rate was more like it was like an awkward gameplay. I didn't feel like it was like worth to take it, even like use it at all. I still did it, but it wasn't worth it because it had to stack damage. It didn't make sense. It didn't feel like a tank when you did that. You feel like trying to be a DPS struggling way. So now they changed the focus rage into Revenge, and focus rage is gone finally. That's why I always pick Vengeance, because they synergy really good together now with Renew Fury. And next one is going to be Anger Management and heavy Recuperation and Ravager. Ravager is bad, still bad, never gonna be good in my opinion. They're never gonna fix it for PvP because it's stupid how it works. Sit it in a place and just gonna spin around like a moron. Then you have Heavy Recuperation. It got nerfed a bit, but still good. But right now, since they changed Vengeance, having Anger Management, Vengeance and Renew Fury together is the best synergy I've found out for myself, of course. Since they also buffed Anger Management, giving Demolition Shout into it 1 second, so it's really good. So having Anger Management and Vengeance and Renew Fury plus the only talent in Demolition Shout by 1 second, so you're gonna have all the time up, mostly all the time up, Demolition Shout and Battle Cry, I think it was, yeah, Battle Cry up. Or most of the time up. It's really good because you can always burst, make it make us actually like it makes us like a more dangerous targets now. So, like it might be like, oh, you gotta kill this target, he's really dangerous, he does so much damage. Hopefully that will happen actually. I haven't done much arena, so I can't really tell about that. I'm probably gonna do arena maybe next week or something like that. For now I'm just gonna stay with Battlegrounds for now, because Arena is not really that enjoyable, it's still boring. Yeah, so I will pick this talent tree, all this in Battlegrounds. Of course you can switch between Stormbolt and Shockwave and Warbring, which one you prefer to run. Well, right now I prefer Warbring. Of course I might change into Stormbolt because I get more buttons, of course, to click on, so I get more mobility against the target and everything like that. But yeah, we're gonna switch to Honor Talents now, of course. So this is gonna be the Honor Talent tree I'm gonna talk about right now for Prot. First of all, we have Trinket, we have Adaption, and we have Relentless. Adaption is not really my thing. I really don't like it because it's passively Trinket, and I like to control what I'm trinketing. And crowd control reduction on Relentless, it's good, but it got nerfed. And if you really want this, I would recommend going Orc together with that for rogues and things like stuns. It's really helpful that, but overall I really don't like that. I prefer to go Trinket overall, Gladiator's Medallion, because as I said, I can control what I want to trinket out of CC and all that thing. Next one is going to be Relentless Assault, Oppressor, and Softened Blows. Relentless Assault increase the damage you do to them every time they hit you. Stacks up 5 times. Then you have Oppressor. When you taunt someone, increase the damage taken they do. But every unique target that hit the target, it increases the damage even further. And then you have Softener Blows. Really good for flag carrying for Battleground, rated Battleground. I'm not sure if it's that good right now, because I'm not sure how hard we're getting hit on after the changes as a flag carrier. But right now, Relentless Assault is like the way to go, because it increases your damage and you don't need to rely on older people. This is more like, you hit me, I hit you harder. I built kind of talent. Oppressor is good for arena, mandatory I will say, and sometimes RBG also. Depends if your team needs it, example like in Gale Neos. Or if you're a flag carrier, as I said, this is the best option for you. Or if you feel like you're way too tanky or way too good already, and get Oppressor, I will say that. Relentless Assault maybe, but Oppressor will be the perfect choice. Then we have Mass Reflect, Sport and Board, and Bodyguard. Mass Reflect, it's the same as Spare Reflect, but just all your allies get Spare Reflect. But there's a one different thing for Prat. There's a trait that makes that for those seconds that you use Spare Reflect or Mass Reflect, let's assume that you use Mass Reflect. For those 3 seconds no casting abilities, nothing, no CC can work against the target for those 3 seconds. So your allies are safe for those 3 seconds. This is a huge help for your team. Might be RBG or might be Arena versus casters. This is like the perfect choice. And then we have Sword and Board. It's a selfish talent, of course. Increases your critical chance of your Devastator by 30% and shields them by 20% more damage, but you have to have shield block while it's active to make everything work together, of course. So you depend on shield block here, of course. So either way, then we have Bodyguard. Same as the old Bodyguard, give 40% damage to you, of the physical damage of course, not magic. It used to be Revenge, that it reached the cooldown by 30%, but now it's Shield Slam, that's 30%. So this is a really good talent in Arena if you're gonna meet, like, let's just say Warrior and DK together, something like that. It's really nice, but the only problem I see with this, it's 15 yards from you. You can't be further than, if you're further than 15 yards, this thing is just broken, gone, like you gotta reapply it. That's the only problem I feel like with it. I wish it was like 25, 30 yards away from you. It would help a lot with the supportish for your teammates, because I still don't understand why it's 15 yards. It should be further. But then again, I will pick Sword and Board, because in Battleground when you solo, it's the best option for you. Then you have Rage Machine, Disarm, and Ready for Battle. Everyone knows how Rage Machine work. You get hit, you get rage, but only against non-dots abilities, of course, or melees and shit. Then you have Disarm, new talent they gave us. Disarm the enemy for 6 seconds. Used to be 8 or 9, but they had to nerf it because it was too great. This is really good against combos in Arena to use. I will pick this in Arena mostly against melees. If you meet like melee cleave and shit, TSD, something. And then Ready for Battle. I will pick this also for Arena. It's really good. But if you get Fuchs a lot, I will go for Rage Machine. That's the difference. In Battleground, I will always pick Rage Machine because I always get targeted in Arena, in Battleground, not Arena. But in Arena, I will maybe pick Rage Machine. No, I mean Ready for Battle. Or Disarm, one of them will be good. But I think Disarm will be way better against melees, of course, than Ready for Battle, maybe for casters. Or if you, as I said, if you get targeted a lot, pick Rage Machine. And but of course, since I'm going Battleground, I will pick Rage Machine, of course. Then we have Leave No Man Behind, Morale Killer, and Shield Bash. Leave no man behind is real good because you intercept your ally and decrease the damage taken for 2 seconds, 90% damage taken reduced. Only problem is 2 seconds. That's the only thing I find. If it was like 5 or 10 seconds, it would be broken. It will be like nerf to the ground, but it's okay talent, but I still won't pick that. Then you have Morale Killer. It reduces the cooldown of your demolishing shout by 30 sec, and it also affects everyone around you. So all your allies are gonna take 20% reduced damage taken of devil. This is really good talent. I really like this one. It's good for arena and solo PvP, everything. It's like the perfect one. But then you have Shield Bash. It's not like the round from Breath of the Lich King that you call slow. It works as slow, and it works as a interrupter. This one is more like when you use it against players, it's gonna reduce their damage by 15%. But still, and it of course, if you hit them while they're casting, it's gonna instantly cooldown be instantly again. So you can use it all the time as long as they cast. But I still don't recommend this. I will say Morale Killer overall of everything. 30-second. Has a synergy, it has a synergy with the anger management because it cooldowns to reduce demolition shout, so it's really good together. Then we have Thunderstruck, Warpath, and Dragon Charge. Thunderstruck, I won't pick this at all. It's not that good. It's not worth it for talent. So let's just say no to that one. Then you have Warpath. Every time you use Hero Clip, you're gonna stun target for 3 seconds. This is huge in my opinion because I have always wanted Hero Clip to stun people, so it's like the best choice to pick for arena and solo battleground. But then you have Dragon Charge. This is a new ability also in this expansion, of course, not this patch. It's like a charge, but it's more like everyone that stands in front of you and gets charged gets flipped off, like thrown to the side and knocked down and shit like. This is really good in rated battlegrounds, I will say, but it really depends if you want to pick this. It's good for those battlegrounds, that example like Arete Basin and Eye of the Storm, like those kind of battlegrounds. But Eye of the Storm is a bit harder because they changed it on the middle flank now. On the old times, it was more like fun. He could actually, if it still worked like that, he could actually Dragon Charge. But Warpath, in my opinion, will be the best option of them all. Okay, so for the rotation is Charge, Shield Slam, Revenge, and then Ignore Pain, and then Shield Slam, Thunderclap, Revenge, Ignore Pain, and Shield Slam. That's pretty much it what you should do, but it really depends on the situation, of course. It might be changed because if you're against a caster, it's way harder to do this. But against melee, it's like the best option in my opinion to do that. You can of course do your own way, but I still prefer this way for my rotation, of course. Okay, so the other rotation is like this. Example, let's just say that you're way too close to your target, you can't charge anything, you don't have rage. What you should do is that you do Shield Slam, you Thunderclap, and you use Revenge, and then Ignore Pain. Ignore Pain, then you Shield Slam again, and then you Thunderclap again, and then you Revenge, and you do Ignore Pain and Shield Slam, Revenge, Thunderclap, Ignore Pain, and then Shield Slam. So if you have any like questions about Prot, or if you don't agree with what I said or disagree or whatever, just put it on the comments so I can read it and, you know, answer it and everything like that. So enjoy the PvP, Prot PvP, short one, let's just say that. So yeah, enjoy the video guys.